Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, that is pranams. Thank you very much for joining in for our Ramayana study session. So, we are continuing with um, chapter number 4, which is part 1 of Ramayana, written by His Grace Krishna Dharmadas Prabhu. So let's quickly start with prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णाप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रधायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरद्विषे नमः पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्तकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विषवानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यमीश्वरं हरिः ओं तत्सत् गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तडालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much for joining in for our Ramayana session. Welcome you all once again. So we are in that particular section where Sita Devi is asking Lord Ram that I will come along with you. Right? Lord Ram has already met Kaushalya, and Kaushalya also said the same thing, that I want to come along with you. And Lord Ram told Kaushalya Mata about how it is imperative and it is very necessary for a wife to serve the husband. So she tells Kaushalya Mata to stay with Dashrath Maharaj and serve Dashrath Maharaj. And Kaushalya Mata also agrees, right? And we saw how it is not, we don't make our choices depending upon what pleases us, what gives us happiness, what gives us material happiness. But we choose or we decide basis Guru, Shastra, and Sadhu. What is the purpose of my life, and how, and am I thoughts, are my thoughts, we also discussed about the thinking, feeling, and willing of the mind, isn't it? So thinking, feeling, and willing are the functionalities of the mind, right? What we think, what we feel, and what we will or what we desire. According to that, we take our decisions, right? But then we should not take decisions that will make us happy. Why? Because at a mental level, we don't know what because that's just a titillation of the senses. It's not real pleasure. It's not real happiness, right? Pleasure is not the right word. Pleasure is, what I feel is happiness at the moment. right? But actual happiness, right, in the long term, eternal happiness is when we live our life with a purpose. And in the pursuit of that purpose, right, which is Krishna prema for devotees, in the pursuit of that purpose, there may be happy times where we love to enjoy, to chant Hare Krishna, where we are enjoying the kirtans. And we will also have times where we are not able to chant. Oh, I can do anything else other than this chanting. So it can be bad. We don't feel like chanting. We are very low sometimes, even in such situations of so-called misery, or whether happiness or distress, doesn't matter, right? Because they are all passing phases. But what is most important is, how am I taking my decisions? Am I taking the decisions based on the whims of my mind, or am I taking my decisions based on Guru Shastra and Sadhu? If we are taking our decisions based on instructions of Guru Shastra and Sadhu, irrespective of happy situations and distress situations, ultimately we are progressing on the path of our purpose, on the path of our objective, which is Krishna Prema. So, an intelligent person will take decisions based upon the purpose for which he is living. What are the goals of his life, right? Why is he practicing what he is doing? So, what is the goal of that? So, in pursuit of the goal, one tolerates sitoshna sukha dukkada. One tolerates situations of happiness and also tolerates situations of distress. So, Kaushila Mata agreed, right? Although her heart, she wanted to go with Lord Ram, right? But she knew that her dharma would be to stay back and serve Dasharath Maharaj. So she did not go. And then Lord Ram told Sita Devi also the same thing. You stay here, you serve my parents, right? But the dharma of a wife is to serve the husband. So Sita Devi is actually arguing with Lord Ram that I will come along with you. So we are on that particular section of Sita's pleas. And we also now think, then how is it that Lakshman went and his wife did not go with him? Right? Because to serve a higher purpose. Right? So Urmila did not want Lakshmana did not go with Lakshmana, because she knew that the dharma of Lakshmana was to serve Sitaram. So she did not want to distract Lakshmana by her presence. That was also a mode of sacrifice, right? And it is said that Urmila was actually serving Lakshmana in separation, right? Because with that sacrifice mode that she adopted, because of which I will stay here and serve Kaushalya Mata, Dasharath Maharaj, right? I will not go with Lakshman, because now Sita and Ram should be the recipients of Lakshmana service. So I don't want to take away the time of seva by Lakshmana to Sita and Ram. So in that way, we see everybody is taking their decisions based on Guru, Shastra, and Sadhu, and also a higher objective of wanting to serve and not just simply wanting to enjoy. Right? So we have to take our decisions based on what is the purpose of our life, what is it that we want to attain in life, and not merely by the whim of the mind. So that's what now we are seeing, those statements made by Sita Devi to Lord Ram, thus wanting to convince Lord Ram that I have to come with you to the forest. I would rather die in the forest, or I would enjoy more in the forest, being with you, Lord Ram, serving you, Lord Ram, rather than enjoy the comforts of this palace when you are not here, like that. Okay, Srimati Shamapriya Mataji, thank you for your darshan. Thank you for the Brahma Murta program chanting. Also, you shared the chanting, so very, very grateful to you. Yes, Mataji, go ahead, please read. Sita remembered how from there.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams.
Pranams, Mataji.
Sita remembered how, when she was a young girl, an astrologer had predicted that she would one day have to live in the forest. Surely that time had arrived. She continued to plead with Rama. Was this not an opportunity for her to fulfill her religious duty by following him to forest? Would not any other course be against virtue? The husband was the wife's supreme deity. Sita quoted the scriptures. Chaste woman who remained throughout life by her husband's side surely attained the same destination as him after that. That was her only desire, to be with Rama always. Looking into Rama's eyes, she spoke in a piteous voice, "For what reason then, O great hero, will you leave me behind? I, who am devoted and faithful, who shares alike your every pleasure and pain, and who desires to follow the religious path. You should certainly bring me with you. Otherwise, being sorely afflicted, I shall resort to poison, fire, or water in order to bring about my end." Although Sita's lamentation hurt him, Rama did not relent. He tried to pacify and reassure her, but she only became all the more determined to accompany him. Agitated at the thought of separation from her husband, she taunted him. Has my father Janaka obtained as my protector a woman in the form of a man? How in your absence could I tolerate the people falsely saying, it seems that strength and valor are lacking in Rama, as he could not protect his own dear wife? What fear has assailed you that you now desire to desert me, although I remain entirely devoted to you? I will not cast my eyes on any other man, even though in thought. How then can you even consider delivering me by for protection of another? O my lord, Sita continued to besiege Rama. She had no intention of remaining behind without him under any circumstances, be it heaven or hell. She could only be happy by her husband's side. Sita gazed imploringly at Rama as she begged him to take her with him. Rama was agonized by the thought of leaving behind his beloved wife. He would miss her. Still, he feared her sufferings in the forest. His heart ached as she cried out to him, without you, heaven would be actually as hell to me, while with you, hell would be the best of all abodes. How can I remain here under the control of those who are inimical to you and have sent you to the forest? If I must watch you leave without me, then I shall drink poison this very day. I cannot bear the pain of separation from you for even an hour. How then shall I stand it for 14 years? Take me with you, or let me give up my life here and now in your presence. Sita's beautiful face was streaked with tears, which fell continuously from her dark eyes like drops of water from the blue lotus glass. Rama embraced her and gently wiped away her tears. He was still apprehensive about taking her, but he could not see her enter the pain of his separation. She was already almost senseless from the grief, and he had not even left. What would happen to her during the 14 years of his absence? Making up his mind to take her with him, he spoke to her reassuringly. I would find no pleasure even in heaven if I obtained it at the cost of your suffering, O most pious lady. Not knowing your real feelings and being afraid that forest life would cause you pain, I discouraged you from following me. I see now the destiny has decreed. You should dwell with
It
me
means,
in the
yeah, the
forest.
law decree, like that. Law decree means this is the will of the Lord or will of the law, like that. Yeah, will of destiny.
You should, you should dwell with me in forest. Follow me, then, O prince, and I shall protect you in strict accord with the moral laws always followed by the virtues. Rama made clear his firm intention to go to the deep forest and remain there for the full duration. He wanted Sita to have no doubt of what lay ahead. He was filled with his determination to obey
Fixed,
his
fixed.
parents' command. He was fixed in his determination to obey his parents' command. How could one who disregarded elders and teachers ever hope to please God, who is not easily seen or obtained? Earth, heaven, and the kingdom of God can all be achieved by one who serves his mother, father, and teacher. Explaining all this to his devoted wife, Rama said, not even truthfulness, charity, or sacrifice are comparable to serving one's father and mother. This is the eternal religion. Pious men devoted to serving their
Serving their
parents,
parents.
reach the regions of the God and beyond. I therefore desire to do exactly what my truthful father has enjoined. I shall go to the forest today, as I see that you are set on following me. My resolve to leave you behind has weakened. O lady of bewitching eyes, I shall take you with me, and together we shall practice mm, asceticism in the deep forest. I am pleased with you, Sita. Your determination to serve me in every circumstance is worthy of your dynasty, and it adds glory to mine. Prepare to leave immediately. Give away all your riches to the Brahmins and go with only a simple dress and no belongings. We shall soon depart. Sita
Hare
was
Krishna. Thank you,
overjoyed.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Pranams.
Done it, Pranam. So this is very wonderful, right? Lord Ram also was testing Sita, right? So I was hearing a class on Ramayana. That person was saying, in the modern scenario, if this were to happen, the husband is given a curse. I mean, no curses happen these days, but husband is getting a punishment. Then what the husband will say, the wife also, you also have to come with me because you are married to me. So, you've enjoyed all the luxuries and wealth that I have earned all this far. So when distress has struck me, you also have to come. You have to also be part of it, right? Who will cook for me, right? That is the attitude of a present day man, right? And what will the wife say? Oh no, you have got this punishment. Why should I follow you? I will be here. You go and do it and come back. Right? So, this is the mode of ignorance and passion that today's men and women are subject to. So, that is the reason everybody is thinking, what will give me pleasure? I want to do only what gives me pleasure. I don't want to do anything else. The service is not there in the mind of anybody and everybody in this age of Kali, except for few exceptions, maybe those who are following Sanatana Dharma, who are practicing their life as per the Vedic scriptures. Only they have this mood of seva, right? That Lord Ram, Sita Devi, Lakshmana, Urmila, and all of them, even Bharata and Shatrughna for that reason, right? He also, Bharat ruled by keeping Lord Ram's padukas in the throne, right? Um, okay, there is one call. Okay, I have to take this call. Once again, give me a second. There's a call from the school. One second. Hare Krishna. Okay, sorry. Hare Krishna. So, what are we seeing here? Yeah, so we see that everybody is motivated by the opportunity to serve, whether it is Lord Ram, right? He does not want to trouble Sita, but he wants to follow the duty of being his parents. So, Rama is willing to go to the forest. Sita wants to follow Lord Ram because she wants to serve Lord Ram. Lakshmana wants to follow Lord Ram because he also wants to serve Lord Ram. So, everybody, and even Bharat, he was ruling the entire kingdom, keeping Lord Ram's padukas in the throne, right? And he himself was living in conditions of austerity, right? He did not live like a king, right? He was living a life of austerity because he was just following the instructions that Lord Ram has given him. So, like that, we see that everyone is taking their decisions based on the attitude of seva, right? Not on boga vritti, but on seva vritti. How can I serve this person, right? So, in that mode, when decisions are taken, then the decisions are correct, and the decisions will help us grow in devotional service, right? So, here we find that finally Lord Ram agrees to take Sita, and then Lord Ram also tells that at no point in time will I come back before 14 years. Right? He was just trying to tell Sita, because Sita Devi should not think that, okay, I will go, and maybe at some point in time when somebody calls back, Lord Ram will come back, right? It's not the mentality of Sita that is known here, but it is Lord Ram's transparency that also we see here, right? He's telling her for 14 long years we will be in the forest, right? And of course Sita was overjoyed because that is what she wanted. She did not want to go with Lord Ram. If there's some adverse situation, then let me come back, right? Let me just check it out. That is the mantra for today, right? Let me check it out. If it works, it works. It doesn't work, then we will divorce, or we will not go ahead with the plan, right? How you go your way, I go my way. But here we see that Sita Devi, she wanted to go with Lord Ram, not for enjoyment or sense gratification or to check out whether the situation is good or bad. She was surrendered to the Lord. She wanted to serve her husband in all situations. So she even agreed, she was joyful to follow her husband to the forest, even though Lord Ram made it clear that I will not come back before 14 years. I will perform whatever is required of me to be performed in the forest, and I will come back only after 14 long years. Right? That Dashrath Maharaj has asked me to come back after 14 years. So I will come back only after 14 years, and Sita Mata is overjoyed. So we see the intentions which are very clearly set out both from the part of Lord Ram as well as on the part of Mother Sita. Right? Both of them have clear service attitude, and there is a complete transparency in their relationship also, and both are willing and want to serve each other. Yeah, so Sita was overjoyed by to hear her husband's agreement. So that's how it goes. Yes, Karpagoli Mataji, you please go ahead and read.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji.
Yes.
Sita was
Sita
overjoyed to hear. Sita was overjoyed to hear her husband's agreement. Her face bloomed like a full moon lotus. Excitedly, she began following Rama's instructions, giving away all her costly garments and jewels, as well as all the other riches in her palace. In the meantime, Lakshman, who had been waiting patiently outside Sita's apartment, saw Rama coming out. He bowed down before Rama and held his feet tightly. If your mind is set upon leaving for the forest, then take me with you, he implored. I shall walk ahead of you, holding my bow and guarding against all dangers. With joy, I shall accompany you throughout beautiful woods, resounding with the cries of wild animals which wild animals. Without you, I do not desire even the rulership of all the world. Lakshman hoped Rama would approve, but Rama tried to dissuade him. My dearest Lakshman, you are dearer to me than life itself. Always affectionate, devoted to virtue, and firm on the right path. You are my constant and most valued companion. Yet, if you follow me to the forest, who will be left to serve your mother Sumitra and the illustrious Kausalya? His own mother Kaikeyi. Rama suggested that Kaikeyi would not be kind to her co-wives once her son obtained the kingdom. Bharata would be devoted to his own mother. Kaikeyi was thus the other queens would be neglected. Therefore, Lakshman should remain in Ayodhya to care for Kausalya and Sumitra. By serving Rama's elders, Lakshman would demonstrate his devotion to Rama. Rama concluded, incomparably, great religious merits will be earned by you, O noble Lakshman, and our mothers will be saved from suffering. Lakshman was not inclined to accept Rama's advice. How could he live without Rama? In soft but firm words, he argued that Bharata and Satrughna are both devoted to Rama. They would therefore serve all Rama's elders equally. Lakshman promised his brother, if somehow they become proud and arrogant among attaining the kingdom, abandoning virtue and neglecting their elders, I will return to punish them. For even while we live in the forest, news of the kingdom will reach us through sages and ascetics living there. Lakshman had already anticipated Rama's objections and had carefully considered them. But there was no doubt in his mind that he should follow his brother. Continuing to reassure Rama, Lakshman reminded him how the king had already arranged more than adequate support for Kausalya and her dependents. The revenue of thousands of villages was under her control. She was capable of maintaining herself Sumitra, as well as Sumitra and even Lakshman himself. He concluded, therefore, kindly make me your personal attendant, for there will be no unrighteousness to this act. Going before you with my sword, I shall clear a safe path for you and Sita. In wakefulness or sleep, you shall find me by your side, ever ready to do your bidding. Rama was pleased and comforted, but to hear Lakshman speak, Lakshman was dear to him as life itself, and Lakshman had been sad as a prospect of leaving him. Holding Lakshman by the shoulders and looking into his expectant face, Rama said, take leave of your near dear ones, O my brother, for we shall depart shortly. Lakshman felt a surge of happiness and his limbs trembled. He bowed to his elder brother and asked for his order. Rama asked Lakshman to go to Vasishta's hermitage where he had been left some divine weapons. There were two celestial bows, along with a pair of inexhaustible quivers, two impenetrable pieces of body armor, and a pair of long shining swords. Rama had received these from a dowry from Janaka and had left them with Ashishta so they could receive daily worship in his hermitage. He said to Lakshman, bring all these weapons, dear brother, for I feel we will have need of them soon. Lakshman joyfully went down and fetched the weapons. Then he and Rama together began to distribute their wealth to the Brahmins. Many sages came at that time to offer their blessings to Rama, and all of them were given great riches, gold, silver, jewels, pearls, chariots, horses, silk and garments, and hundreds of thousands of cows were distributed freely to anyone who came begging charity. Many thousands of Brahmins were given sufficient alms to maintain them for the rest of their lives. Rama's relations and dependents, as well as the needy and afflicted, were also given much wealth. At that time, in Ayodhya, there was not a single Brahmin or needy person who had not provided with gifts. Being thus honored and gratified by Rama, they all returned to their own homes and praising in their hearts. Thank,
Hare Krishna.
telling
Thank you,
them,
Mataji.
thank you, thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So the final team has been team has been finalized. Who are all going to go to the forest, right? So Ram is going, Lakshmana is going, and Sita Devi is going, right? So here also we see how Lord Ram is, telling Lakshmana, you stay here and you serve our parents, right? But Lakshmana is keen on serving his brother, right? Because he's also well prepared with all the facts that Dasharath Maharaj already arranged for some revenue to Kaushalya and Sumitra, and even he himself will be taken care of if he is there. So there was no need for him to stay there and do any kind of service, because already taken care of. So in this way, Lord Ram, seeing the eagerness of Lakshmana, he finally agrees that Lakshmana, you also come along with me. And then what do? They give everything in charity, right? So again, we see here that giving charity, the Brahmins, the Brahmanas as well as the cows, right? If they are happy, then life will be happy, right? Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha, Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha, right? If you please the cows and the Brahmanas, and Krishna will be automatically be pleased. Similarly, if you please our gurus by following their instructions, Krishna will automatically be pleased, right? We don't know at our condition level, at our conditioned stage of life, we don't know how to please Krishna. But if we simply follow the instructions of Krishna as is given in Bhagavad Gita through the medium of our gurus, the Guru Parampara, the illustrious line of disciplic succession, Brahma Madhva, Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara Acharyas, then we will understand the real purport of how to apply the principles of Bhagavad Gita that has been given by Lord Sri Krishna in the form of Bhagavad Gita. And by studying these wonderful scriptures, we understand what is the mood and consciousness when one takes relevant decisions, right? All these scriptures like Ramayana and Mahabharata, they are specifically written for people in this age of Kali, because we like stories. We cannot understand very high technical philosophical subject matters, because we are manda sumanda matayo manda bhagyo upadrataha, right? We are lazy, we are misguided, we are quarrelsome, we have low ayu or low lifespan. So what is easy for us, what is easy to understand for us, is these wonderful pastimes of the Lord in the form of Ramayana and Mahabharata, right? And how decisions are taken by surrendering to the Lord, how decisions are taken in a selfless mood without the attitude of sense gratification, and how these decisions help one to grow through various situations in their life and still be on the path of bhakti, right? Like we already discussed, life is not meant for sense gratification. If life is meant and decisions are taken on the basis of sense gratification, it will lead to frustration. But then if decisions are taken on the basis of the purpose of our life, what is the purpose of our life? The purpose of our life is to reawaken our Krishna consciousness. So we do things based on Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, and we try to pursue the purpose of our life. What pleases Krishna? What pleases Guru? If we please Guru and Krishna, we are on the path of our purpose, which is to attain or reawaken our Krishna Prema. So then in that pursuit of our purpose, we will tolerate happy situations, sad situations, distressful situations, and be firmly determined on the path of our bhakti, right? Tolerating situations of happiness and sad, because both will pass, both will come and go. Matra sparshas kaunteya Sitoshna Sukadukada, Agama Painu, Anityas, Tam Siddhikshashwa Bharata. They're all temporary phases of life, whether happiness or distress. And a devotee or a dhira or a sober person will tolerate the situations of happiness and distress and yet walk on the path of dharma, following in the principles given by Guru, Shastra, and Sadhu. And in this way, one pleases Guru, Gauranga, and then one is right on the purpose of reawakening one's Krishna consciousness. So, like that, the next chapter talks about sad farewells, right? Of course, it is not easy, or it is not a happy occasion, to be separated from those we love. So it is sad farewells, but each one is performing their dharma, and yet they are tolerating these sad situations in pursuit of their purpose, to attaining their purpose of life, like that. Okay, so let's go ahead. The sad farewells, right? Lord Ram, Sita and Lakshmana are leaving for the forest. And let's see what is happening to the Ayodhya Vasis. Yeah. Sudha Mataji, please go ahead. And then Sridhar Prabhu can read. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji Dandat Pranam. Sad farewells. It was time for Rama and his two companions to say their farewells. Holding their weapons and followed by Sita, the brothers made their way towards Dasharatha's palace. As they passed along the road, many men crowded around to watch them. Plunged in sorrow at seeing their beloved prince leaving, they lamented in various ways. Here passes the same Rama, who before would move regally in state, followed by a huge retinue, said the people. Now he walks with only Sita and Lakshman as his companions. Although used to every luxury, he is going to the terrible forest in obedience to his father's words. Some citizens censured the king, whom they felt had been gripped by some evil spirit. How could he send his dearest son into exile? Rama's qualities were evident to all. His compassion, learning, gentleness, sense control, and mental peace all were ever visible in that noble prince. The citizens could not face the prospect of Rama's departure. They felt pain just as a tree with all its fruits and flowers is hurt, and when its fruit is damaged, and they spoke out in public places. We will give up our homes and villages and go with the pious Rama to the forest. Let us share with him all his joys and sorrows. Let Kaikeyi rule over a deserted kingdom bereft of its people. Everyone feared the prospect of Kaikeyi becoming powerful as the mother of the king. They angrily cursed her again and again. All of them would go with Rama. They would abandon the city, leaving its houses to be filled with dust and overrun by mice. The forest would become a city and Ayodhya a forest. They would drive out from the forest all the fierce animals and snakes, sending them to live in Ayodhya with Kaikeyi as their protector. The two brothers heard the laments of the people, but they kept their minds under strict control. Smiling gently and glancing with affection at the citizens, they walked together like a pair of powerful lions. They entered Dasharatha's palace and saw Sumantra, who stood with folded hands and a disconsolate face. Rama asked him to announce their arrival to the king. When Sumantra went before Dasharatha, he found the king distracted by grief, heaving deep sighs, his eyes red from weeping. The devoted and faithful Sumantra regarded his master to be like the eclipsed sun or a fire covered by ashes. Going at the king's feet, Sumantra said, "The illustrious Rama has distributed all his wealth to his dependents and the Brahmins, and he now stands at your door awaiting your permission to depart for the forest." Ordering his minister to show Rama in the king also asked that all his wives would be present. Sumantra brought the queens who arrived accompanied by numerous maidservants. He then brought Rama and Lakshmana before their father. As Rama entered the room, Dasharatha ran impulsively towards him, but being stricken with sorrow, he fell senseless to the floor. Rama and Lakshman rushed to assist their unconscious father. All the ladies threw up their arms and gave out a wail which mixed with the tinkling of their ornaments. A commotion filled the room with cries of "Alas, alas, O Rama!" Kaikeyi alone remained unmoved. Rama and Lakshman, both crying, lifted their father and placed him gently on a couch. As the king returned to consciousness, Rama regained his composure and with folded hands said, "I have come to take leave of you, father. Please grant me your permission to go to the forest. Also, allow Lakshman and Sita, whom I could not deter even with great effort, to accompany me. O great king, please give up your grief and look favorably upon us, for we wish now to depart." Rama calmly awaited his father's permission. The king the king spoke with difficulty. "As a result of a promise made to Kaikai, I have lost my good sense. Therefore, my dear Rama, take me captive and rule over this kingdom." Fixed in righteousness, Rama replied, "May you rule the earth for another 1,000 years. I have no desire for sovereignty. After a mere 14 years I have passed, I shall return and once more take hold of your feet, having redeemed your pledge, O ruler of men." Dasharatha was mortified, but he saw Kaikeyi urging him on with covert gestures. Bound by the fetters of truth, he spoke. Bound by the fetters of truth, he spoke to his son, granting him permission to leave. "Please leave with an undisturbed mind, O Rama, and may your journey be a safe and happy one." The king was devastated. He could see that Rama's decision to depart was firm and not to be reversed. Rama was devoted to piety and truth. Dasharatha requested him to remain for just one night so that he and Kaushalya might see him a little longer. He wanted to offer Rama all enjoyable things on that last day. Trembling with grief, the king said, "I swear to you that I never wanted this to happen. I have been obliged by Kaikeyi, who has abandoned virtue after long concealing our evil intentions. Your willingness to accept even this terrible order simply to save me from sin proves beyond doubt your greatness. O gentle Rama, I permit you to leave. Only go tomorrow with my blessings. Hearing of
Hare
his
Krishna.
father.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandat pranams.
Hare Krishna. So again, we see the mood of service from Dasharatha's side also, right? What is he saying? At least you stay for tonight, right? Because he's very convinced of the firm resolve of Lord Ram and he cannot be dissuaded from not going to the forest. So the next best thing, what is he doing? He is just requesting Lord Ram that you please stay for one night, right? Let us serve you very nicely, give you all the things that you like. So in this way, please do stay for tonight and leave tomorrow, right? And of course, we see here that Kaikeyi is whenever Rama is giving a reason why he should leave immediately and why should not stay back, Kaikeyi is very happy, right? So once our mind is polluted, then we lose all good sense, right? When we lose all good sense, and what happens? At no point in time can we revert back until we get proper association. That is the reason we have to be very careful not to get our minds polluted by asat sangha, right? Asat sangha means association with those who have material intentions. When we associate with those people who have these kind of sense gratificatory tendencies, then we will also develop those tendencies, because we are our consciousness is the average of the 5 people that we closely associate with. So we have to be very careful what is the association that I'm taking, because I am most likely expected to become like the 5 people that I closely associate with, right? So I have to be very careful of my association. So we see here Kaikeyi is totally, even though she's not having the association of Mantra right now, Mantra is not even in the room, but her influence is so much that she's speaking the words that have been put into her ears and thought and mind by Mantra. Okay, hearing of his father's request, Sridhar Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam Mataji.
Pranam Prabhu. Yeah.
Hearing of his father's request, Rama became concerned. He did not wish to delay his departure any longer and said, "Who will offer me tomorrow the delights I enjoy today? The time for my departure has come, and I must now cast aside all thoughts of enjoyment. Let me leave right way, make over this vast kingdom with all its riches to Bharata. The resolution to leave the forest cannot be swayed. Your boons to Kaigeyi should now be implemented in full. I shall live with Asatit for 14 years, and the world should be given to Bharata." Rama moved closer to his anguished father, who sat shaking his head. He asked the king to be firm and free from sorrow. Rama assured his father that he had no desire at all for kingdom, nor any pleasure, not even for life itself divine and virtue. He only wished to execute the king's command to provide his true of his word. Comforting the grievous monarch, Rama said, "Since Kaigeyi said to me, 'Go to the forest, O Raghava,' and I replied by saying, 'I am going, I must now redeem that pledge. Please let me go. I cannot wait for an instant longer.'" Rama felt sorrow to see his father suffering such instant agony. Not wanting to increase his father's pain, however, Rama kept his own feeling to check and maintained a calm expression. He spoke gently, assuring find. They returned unarmed and ready to serve him again. Bharata alone could completely and reasonably rule the globe in his absence. Rama added, "I shall never accept the kingdom by blaming the infamy to you, O king. Indeed, I could renounce every pleasure, including my own dear wife, in order to satisfy your command. I shall only be happy the moment I entered the forest. You need not feel any pain for me. Be peaceful, my lord, and allow me to live." Dasharatha, Vaishnav, tormented by the burning agony, embraced Rama tightly and then again fell unconsciousness, showing no sign of life. All the queens, along with their maid servant cried loudly. Kaigeyi felt her purpose fulfilled and was rejoicing inwardly. Witnessing in her silence, the king's intimate friend Sumandra was furious, beating his head, wrinkling his hand, and grinding his teeth. He spoke scathingly to her, his eyes blazing with wrath. his her lies your husband, the support of
Here
the
lies
whole.
your husband.
Here
Here
lies
lies your
your husband, the support of our whole world, betrayed for forsaken by you. O King, surely there is nothing scarce for you. I consider you to be the murderers of your husband and the destroyer of your entire race. Do not despair your Lord in this way, for his order is superior to that even a million sons. Ignoring the time-honored rule to the rule of primo gesture. You see the you seek the
usurp Rama's rights.
it's a moving Rama's rights and bring unbearable pain to the king. Tears flowed from the old minister's eye and he spoke. He told Kaigeyi to remove her evil aim. If her son become the king, then no pious man would remain in the kingdom. What joy would be ruling the empty earth, which was earned through sin. It was the great wonder that the earth did not split apart the swallow her, or that the great sages did not the utter fury curious to consume her on that very spot. Having served the king in all his life, Sumatra felt every pain the king felt as if were in his own. As he addressed Kaigeyi, he could hardly bring himself to look at. The glorious king will never break his promise to you. Do not force him to perform, to act repugnant, repugnant to himself and the whole world. Follow the desire of the king and become the protector of the world. Let Rama is installed in his throne. He will undoubtedly always remain favorable to you in every way. If, however, on your order he sent to the forest, then your only gain will be unending infamy. Give up your misguided desire, O Kaigeyi, and live happily. Kaigeyi looked coolly at Sumandra and stood before her with a jaw in palm and made no reply. Her mind remained unmoved as she awaited the execution of her order. Seeing her resolve, Dasharatha, who had regained consciousness, signed and he said to Sumandra, "You should immediately order my army to make ready to depart. They should accompany Rama to the forest. So too should wealthy merchants, skilled at established network of shops, such of hunters who know the secret of forest, and send him with Rama. Assemble thousands of capable servants and have them prepared to leave. Indeed, you should arrange for my entire treasury and my granary to transported along with Rama. He should not have to endure any austerity during the 14 years of exile." As Dasharatha spoke, Kaigeyi became alarmed. The king was going to divert the kingdom of all its wealth before her son was crowned. Despite the fearful, and turned towards Dasharatha and spoke, her mouth parched with her voice choked. "How can you bestow upon the Bharata a kingdom stripped of his wealth? How then will he actually be ruled of the world as you have promised?" The king turned angrily towards Kaigeyi. After handing me a heavy burden to bear, you are now rushing me as I carry it. Oh, hostile and vulgar woman! When asking of your boons, you have stipulated that Rama could not take anything with him to the forest. Abandoning all senses notorious, you are taken to a path leading only to grief. I cannot stay here with you any longer. Along with the people of Ayodhya, I shall follow Rama to the forest. Rama approached his father and said politely, "O great king, of what use to me in an army on all your riches? I have renounced the kingdom. How then I can take its wealth? He who had parted with an elephant, yet ceased to retain its teether in simply a fool. I am resolved to enter the forest and dwell there with the ascetics, wearing the barks of trees and living on whatever produce I can glean from day to day. Rama wanted to. Hare Krishna. Dandot Pranam, Mataji.
Thank you, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
So we see here, the mind, when it is, when the mind is keenly fixed on sense gratification, good sense will not prevail. Right? So that's the reason, even though Ram has agreed to go to the forest, that's not satisfied the heart of Kaikeyi. Right? And when Dashrath Maharaj is saying that let him take these things, those things that will be helpful for him, in the forest, that also, what is Kaikeyi saying? Oh, you want to relieve the kingdom. There should be no opulence in the kingdom. And this is what is the kingdom that you want to give to Lord, give to Lakshman. So we see the heart of Kaikeyi, right? It is burning, although everything is happening according to her will and desire. That Ram has actually decided to go to the forest. Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana have already come to take the blessings of Dashrath Maharaj and leave. But yet, these words of Dashrath Maharaj to wanting to give comfort to Lord Ram also was not taken by Kaikeyi, right? So this is the mood and consciousness when we want to enjoy, and when we don't want to, we want to get every enjoyment for ourselves. We do not even want to give to anybody else, right? So the more we take association which is not uplifting, then such kind of association will not only leave us stagnant, right, by that misassociation, but it will also pull us down. That is the reason, very, very important. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Koha. Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoya. All benefits, all auspiciousness we will get if we have good association. And Asat Sangha Tyaga, very, very important for us to not take the association of those who would degrade our consciousness, right? Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaivatanajitah, right? Bandhuratmatmanastasya, right? So one who has controlled his mind will become the best friend, right? Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaivatmana jitah. If we've conquered our mind is our best friend, right? Anatmanastu shatrutve vartitatmaiva shatruvat. But for those who have not controlled their mind is their greatest enemy. So here, Kaikeyi, right, the words that she is speaking, right, it is actually going to cause her a lot of discomfort and misery, which she is not realizing, because she is just focused on that association that she had in mantra, where mantra's words are being spoken by Kaikeyi without even realizing that these words are going to be a cause for my own misfortune and misery. So we have to be very careful of the association that we take. So Grantraj Srimad Ramayana ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Srila Gurudev ki jai. Quickly we'll do Harinam Sankirtan. Devotees can switch on your cameras. We'll meet tomorrow morning 4:30 a.m. for chanting session, starting with Shikshashtakam prayers, and then we'll meet at 11 o'clock as we continue with the last section of part 1. So we'll complete this part tomorrow, and then we'll move on to part 2 of Ramayana, as written by Krishna Dharmadas Prabhu, who is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sita Ram. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sita Ram. Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram. Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sita Ram. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Jaya Jaya Sudarshan Jaya Balagopal Jaya Balagopal Jaya Balagopal Jaya Balagopal Jaya Rukmini Vithal Jaya Prahlad Narsingha Jaya Lakshmi Narsingha Jaya Guru Parampara Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Gurudev, Gurudev, Nittai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, हरि बोल निताई गौरा हरि बोल। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद रामायण की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। थैंक यू शंप्रिया माता जी, कर्पगवल्ली माता जी, श्रीधर प्रभु, चित्र कृष्ण सेवनी माता जी, सर्वगोपेश्वरी माता जी, राजेश्वरी माता जी, नीलांजनी माता जी, अमृतमयी माता जी, हरजीत माता जी, सुब्बाराव प्रभु, कृष्णमूर्ति प्रभु, सुधा माता जी and Nagavani माता जी. Thank you very much for joining in. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद श्री गुरुदेव की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Thank you devotees. So we'll meet you all tomorrow.